Balance is so important in tennis, and if you can spend a few minutes just a few times a week doing these kind of exercises, it's going to go a long way in your tennis game. So like with any exercise we do, we need to warm up, and for today's balance workout, we're going to do it very simple, just knees up, warm up. This is also kind of a balance exercise in itself, so just focus on staying up and getting your knees up. We're going to go to the walking knee to chest. So walk, pull the knee in, and step up on the ball of your foot. Not a lot of space for me in here, but hopefully you guys got a little more room to work with. Then we're going to do the little four-way balance hops. It's pretty simple. We're going to go forwards, get your knee up, go out to the right, go to the left, and back. And go through that so you get 10 to 12 reps. The next one is very simple, but one of the most effective things we can do to work on the balance at home. And if you get good at it, start trying to do it with your eyes closed. And that's just standing on one foot. So I'm just standing on my right foot. This is pretty simple for most of us. If you want to make it more challenging, try closing your eyes on it. Make sure you spend at least 15, 20, maybe even 30 seconds on each foot. And another way to make it more challenging, not as challenging as closing your eyes, is to go into this yoga pose. There you go. And make sure we're doing both sides for 10 to 15 seconds. And if you want to go harder, go 25, 30 seconds. And we're going to do 10 reps each side. Okay, now I've got a 10-pound dumbbell. You should be pretty warmed up from what we've done already. And now we're really going to get the work going. So you're going to get on one leg, put the weight out. You can use a 5-pound. I've got 10. I think 10 is perfect. And swivel. Swivel out to the right. Hold it for a second. Back to the middle. Swivel out to the left. And back to the middle. So we're going to do 10 to 12 reps on each leg, and we're going to do 2 sets of that. So we're working our ankles. Another thing that's going to help us stabilize, working on our hamstrings, working on our calf muscles, working on our quads. So this is a Romanian deadlift, and this is one of the best things for us tennis players to do, especially for our hamstrings. So you got the weight hanging above the knees. I got my knees bent, my butt down, and I'm going to let the weight drop down towards my ankles. And then right when you feel a really good stretch in the hamstrings, you're probably down far enough. You're going to shoot your hips forward, really tighten your glutes, and tighten your core. So it goes like this. Keep back straight. Very important to keep the back straight. And that's a rep. And we're going to do 10 to 12 of these. Go see it this way. And it's basically just in a squat position with the feet about shoulder width. Let the weight drop, keep the back very straight, and shoot the hips forward, squeeze the glutes together, tighten them up, tighten the core, keep the back straight. One more, so you guys can see. Very good. Make sure you do 10 to 12 of those, and we're going to do 10 sets as that. Now we got squats, and you can use 2 dumbbells. And let me get sideways so you guys can see how low I'm getting. Just go as low as you can handle. Shoulder width apart. Get my toes pointing out just a tiny bit. And I'm going to put my weight on my shoulders like this. Make sure you're pushing up with the heels. Show you another view. I got the weight just kind of rested on my shoulders. There you go. 10 to 12 reps, 2 sets, 3 sets once you start getting better at this, doing this stuff more regularly. Make the workout a little longer with 3 sets. And then finally, our last exercise, and remember I would have done 1 set at a time. I would have done our Romanian deadlifts, then the squats, and then these little calf raises. You don't have to have weights, but obviously it's going to be more effective with weights. And just lift up, get the heels off the ground, There we go. So I'm just pulsing up, getting up with my toes and the balls of my feet. And you stay up there for about a second, come back down. And I want to do 20, but we're going to move our feet. Get my toes towards you. Then I want to move, after I do 10 of those, I want to move my toes more inwards and try it that way. And if you want to do even more work, get your toes pointing out that way and get another 10. So we'll do 30 if we're going to go that way. And of course we're going to do 2 sets of the calf raises, so if you would have done all 3 directions, of course you can get away at first with just doing the toes forward standard, but I would like for you guys to do at least 20 of those, or do 10 of all 3 ways. That's 30, 2 sets would be 60. Work your way to 3 sets, eventually we're going to do a 90, and we're going to go Romanian deadlifts, squats, and then the calf raises. And make sure you finish your 2 sets of swivels too. Eventually work to 3. Alright guys, like I said, spend a few minutes on that 2 or 3 times a week, and it's going to go a long way in your tennis game. Remember, when you watch Roger Federer on TV, he's always got that back pretty straight, getting down, keeping very balanced to deliver the power on all those ground strokes. I know you guys will be able to do almost the same thing. Not quite that good maybe. Maybe work on your balance.